Wait till you see what's underground this house. It's going to blow your mind. 3 presidents have visited this house. I just bought it. As you know, I do a lot of different investments. For those of you who think that I make my money, my big money, doing the herbal sales and the products, I'm barely breaking even on some of that stuff. That's not where the big money is. I make my big money doing investments, lots of different investments. Real estate is one of them. I have 3 places in Vegas, and I'll show you more in more videos. And we'll talk more about success and prosperity and things like that in other videos. But right now I want to show you what's underground this house. This is just so cool. This place is on a golf course. And I'm not a big golf course fan. I don't like people looking in on the backyard, you know, like I can't be naked in the backyard here. That sucks. But anyway, it's on a golf course, which just happens to be. I got this house because it has a huge underground facility, which I'm going to use to turn into a production facility, because it's constant temperature year round, nice and cool. It's soundproofed, but it's just this amazing weird house. So I just want to show you something before I tear down what's down there. It's just, I got to show it to you. It's just so bizarre. Anyway, so the house was built by an eccentric guy, and it's got all kinds of cool features, and I'll show you more over as time goes. But we have to take an elevator down underground to show you this. There goes this door, and I'm going to push it. So we're going underground now. Here we are. Here, say goodbye to the golf course. What's really weird, now remember, a golf course, you have to be really quiet. It has to be super, super quiet in a golf course. I'm going to turn the light on here. I forget the light. What's underground is not very quiet. So anyway, here we go. There's the, oh wait, this is the door. There's several doors here. All right. Now, coming into this first chamber here, this already shows you something's a little different here. No house is complete without a 20-foot wooden carving of the Declaration of Independence of the United States, signed by all these presidents. This is hand done. Like, who has this in their house other than somebody that's pretty unique or serious or whatever? Now, as I said, 3 presidents have visited this house, so that gives you kind of a hint as to the kind of people that I'm dealing with the things that I do. I'm not saying I deal directly with presidents, but I do have quite a few connections. And let me just say this. I know who the people are that are leaving the thumbs down on YouTube, all right? I've got some pretty good connections. And I could abuse that, right? And I could, let's just say, I'm going to say this. I can't say too much on public social media, but let me just say this. The time and the years of being secretive and hiding are over. Everything that you do, that you know, that you think is, you know, you can't hide behind a computer anymore. You can't be an anonymous person. We know who you are. And I made a video about that a year ago, almost a year to this day, that the time of anonymity is over and that everything is going to come out. You see this happening now with all these the people who wronged a woman, and that's coming out now. All this stuff, no matter who you are, the truth is going to come out. So that's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm going to get more into that kind of cool stuff in other videos, but I want to show you what's underground that house up there. This is a cement chamber. That's concrete. That's a lot of thick concrete. This is like almost a, what do you call it, in the Cold War, the fallout shelters. It's kind of like that, but it's even cooler. This is a huge facility. It's got a bunch of rooms, and I'm going to tear all this down and make a big photo facility out of it. But before I tear it down, I want to show you what's here. You can get an idea from the phones, the era that this was built. This is like the 70s and 80s. It's just so cool. I'm going to flip this light switch right here, and you are going to see in a minute what's down here. So let's place the camera here so she can see what I'm about to turn on. Ready? Let's turn the light on here. Here's the light. And down there, way, way down there, is what looks like an arcade game. What this really is a giant rifle range. It's a shooting gallery, but with real guns. This is the coolest, weirdest thing I have seen underneath of a house. This is way long. Now check this out. Look over here. Look at all these switches. I don't even know what I'm gonna flip this one here and that one there. Look what happens. The targets move. That is so cool. Again, this is a rifle range. It's underground of a golf course where you have to be really quiet. So that gives you an idea of how thick these walls are. And oh yeah, look at this TV. This is like right out of the 70s. And it's got things like this where you can like, look at that target down there. Now watch this. See, you can push this. Whoa. And it comes right here. You put your target here and then you go back like this. He's got 3 of them. He's got another one here. He's got 3 of those. Anyway, I always had, I'm not into shooting living things. I love living things, plants, animals, people. But I do love target practice. I always did as a kid. I grew up on a farm and I had a little BB gun and I like to put little like cans on a fence and stuff like that. And I used to love going to the arcade games in the, you know, the fair where you have like the spinning things and you have a little pop gun and you win a prize or I love that stuff. I love and then they had arcade games in the 70s just like this. So they had moving targets, a little light beam you click away. I always love that stuff. So now I'm an adult and I get to play with the same kind of stuff, but for real, which is kind of cool. I've worked in movies for many years, so I have several guns that I thought were cool in movies. So I have this is a 1866 4440 Winchester. This is the rifle that Kevin Costner used in Dances with Wolves. This thing here it's a Russian .30 caliber rifle from the 1890s used by Jude Law in the movie Enemy Behind the Gates. So I'm going to use these 2 rifles to shoot some of those targets. And it's going to be fun. This is like, I got to show you this before I tear all this down because who has this? I mean, this is just so cool. So this whole wall is going to come out. I'm going to have this giant underground, I'm going to build 3 sets. One of which is going to be maybe 2 kitchen sets. And where's the camera go? I'm over here. Hey. So we're going to tear this wall out and have all the video photography stuff. There's another room over there that's going to be an editing room for video, and then a sound room. There's a big bathroom with a shower and everything, and then we're going to have a walk-in closet for all the costumes. We've got so many costumes. We have more costumes than we have actual clothes to wear in normal life. So I'm going to show you all this stuff as it goes. I might even show you as we have to get contractors to come out and tear down these walls. One of the engineers because we have to put I-beams in to hold all this up. This is a cement slab above our heads here. Anyway, so let's have some fun. Let's do some target practice here. So, where are you going? You're going to be on the other side of the glass, wearing those things. Yeah, but wait, I want to. She's all nervous. Again, I don't like shooting living things. This is just fun target practice. So don't get the wrong idea. Just because Marcus is holding a gun, oh my God, he's turned on us. He's one of them. No, I'm not. I'm a nice guy. All right, let's have some fun. What's kind of cool here is it has different levels of lights. Like, aim that way. You can see, like, you can turn off these lights here, so you just have the targets at the other end. I'm going to turn this off here. There we go. Okay, go outside. it's fun, but if all the guns in the world disappeared, I wouldn't mind it. There's too many crazy people out there. All right, don't read into this. I am not pro-guns, okay? It was underground of this house when I bought it. I played with it for a minute, and it's swords into plowshares. I'm going to turn it into a video studio to show people how to do healthy things. But while I'm at this, I got to say this. I mean, I'm sure most of you are mature enough to know this, but a gun is like, to me, it doesn't mean anything. I'm not pro, I'm not anti, it doesn't mean, it's just a thing. You know, it's like when you're at the fair and you're throwing baseballs at a target to knock it over and you win a prize. To me, if you're throwing a baseball or a BB or a bullet, it's just something that knocks something over. I don't like killing live things, but target practice is kind of fun sometimes. With arrow, you know, I like shooting arrows and stuff, you know, but more people die from cars being hit by cars and car accidents, drunk driving, whatever, than by guns. And this, by the way, is a deadly device. This is called a knife. I could kill somebody with this, but I don't. What do I do with it? I make great food with it. I make beautiful creations in the kitchen with it. So it's not the tool, because otherwise we wouldn't be driving, we shouldn't be driving cars. We shouldn't have knives, right? I mean, I guess some people shouldn't, but the point is, it's not the thing, it's the idiot using it. That's what I'm saying. So I'm not pro stance on anything. To me, it's just a neutral thing that you decide what to do with it. So be responsible. And for me, this is a perfect point here. You know what's just as deadly or even deadlier than all guns and bad things put together? What you put in your mouth is deadlier. More people die. The greatest amount of deaths in the modern world is diabetes, cancer, and heart disease. More than everything else put together. Actually, more than people who died in wars. All those people put together does not come close to the amount of people every year that die from heart disease, cancer, and diabetes, which is totally diet related. Most of it is diet related, and that's by what you decide to put in your mouth. So, what's really killing people is their habits, what they choose, their cravings, their addictions to sugar, wheat, dairy. That's what's killing people more than anything, and that's a choice. It's a choice. It's okay to eat out at a restaurant once every week or two, whatever. You know, eat whatever you want, no big deal. But what do you do on a regular basis? And that's really what is killing people more than anything. I had to say that. So be responsible with what you touch and what you put into your mind and your body and your thoughts, because that's what decides the future of you and the rest of the world around you. So that's my little thing there, because I know some people are going to go, oh my God, he went off the deep end. He's one of them now. No, I'm not. I'm the same guy. I like to play with things. I like to have fun, but I'm responsible. I know how to control myself, and there's a lesson in this. So, there you go. I hope this inspired you a bit, and I'm going to show you more cute, fun things, little glimpses of the real life of Marcus and Kara, because there are some pretty cool things that I haven't been showing people because a lot of people can't handle it. It's too much for them. But I have to start showing people not just what to eat, but how to live, how to not feel bad about certain things in their life that they deserve, that they should have fun with, as long as they're responsible and they're in control. And how to be successful and enjoy what life has to offer. The fancy houses and things, I don't really own them. They're on loan to me, and I'm handling them responsibly so I could make more money, sell them, make more money, and then I can help people with that money. Again, what you do with what you have. The fancy houses, the fancy cars, the fancy lifestyle. How are you using it? Are you using it just for yourself, or are you using it to actually help the world? And the more money I make, the more powerful I become, so I can help more people. Get that through your minds, you negative people. I know who you are. I know you are. I have a lot of really cool things on the way. So stay tuned, because I'm going to show you a life that you didn't know was possible, that you can have. That you can have. Yes, you. Stay tuned to marcusnews.com.